Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, Chris, back with another fragrance review, and this time we are looking at a designer house from good old Germany, Hugo Boss, right? And Hugo Boss, especially in the 80s and 90s, has been releasing some very nice fragrances. Let's start with Boss number one, you know, the original. My goodness, what a fantastic fragrance from 1985. Then Boss Spirit, 1989, and then they stepped into the 90s with Boss Elements. You know, when was the last time you felt all the elements? That was the marketing catch with Boss Elements, released in autumn 1993. And then in 1996 or 7, not exactly sure, Fragrantica listed for that year 97, although they get Boss Elements, the original, wrong with 94. That was released in 93, I'm 100% sure. So it's around 96, 97 when a flanker from the original Elements came out called Elements Aqua, and it was all about, you know, feeling the element of life, water, right? Aqua. So hence the bottle. It's a tester bottle. The cap is missing. It was a nice blue cap, and you have the little water bubbles on the back of the bottle, right? Very nice feel to it as well. Very nice texture to the bottle. That's a tester bottle, Boss Elements Aqua. And before anything else, it needs to be highlighted that this fragrance is not really aquatic at all. You don't find the famous cologne molecule in here, which makes, ever since the 80s, makes many aquatic fragrances smell like it's water, you know, the seaside type of, although water itself does not really have any smell. Tap water, for example, doesn't smell, only if there's chlorine in it. Seawater smells if there's seaweed in it. River water is smelling maybe sometimes a bit bad because of all the mess that's going in there. So, but water itself obviously does not have any smell, unless it goes bad after a long time. And then there's different things that smell in it, right? But the preconception about aquatic fragrances is that they smell like seaside, a beach resort, something fresh, something summery, you know, and all that. And this is fresh, this is kind of uplifting, almost like summer type of smelling, although it's brilliant because it does not fall into the trap of being a typical aquatic fragrance. And it does so because the tremendously intelligent way that it's been blended, and the notes, the ingredients that have been blended in this particular fragrance, because the freshness is here coming from pineapple, lavender, and mint, a combination of those. And usually I don't like pineapple and I don't like mint in a fragrance. Yet here, I must say, this is a fantastically done opening together with the lavender, which makes it, throughout the fragrance, it maintains a classy vibe, which is very important here, and it keeps it apart from all the usual mainstream aquatic fragrances also. If we go ahead, you know, it gets a bit spicier. You definitely feel some peppery aspects to this fragrance, coriander in there as well, maybe some floral hints, something that makes it this fragrance sort of dance. You know, it's really it's never pushing, it's rather dancing on your skin. The freesia, and there's a tea element in Elements Aqua that makes it very playful, joyful, and never cloying and never pushy, and I like that a lot. In order to make it dirty, you have a little bit of patchouli, according to the listing, but I don't really feel it. I rather feel the sandalwood, clearly, and vanilla, which make it sweet, which makes it sweet. So the sweetness you have in here is the typical vanilla sweetness, and it's in there. So it's a herbal, aromatic, fresh, spicy, kind of sweet, aromatic fragrance that, as you can see from or hear from the description, is not really aquatic at all. It does not sound aquatic. There's no aquatic notes in here, right? Yet what you get is a very uplifting, very refined, fresh, spicy fragrance, which is very modern smelling, and it's also very 90s smelling. I think it is. It does have this, you know, the carefree atmosphere of the 90s is very much represented by Boss Elements Aqua. You know, it still has, due to the lavender mainly, a classy vibe to it. So it never gets too childish or too, you know, unserious, or you know, it does not get to the, what I mean by that unserious, no, it's not a good word. It does not get that locker type of fragrance. It does not get to be that type of level where it's only about, you know, coming out from the shower type of freshness, right? This is much more sophisticated, and therefore it's very playful still and joyful, but it's not your typical everyday's department store type of freshness that you get here, and it's not a aquatic fragrance freshness either. So and I think it's due to the fantastic blending of the pineapple, the mint, and the lavender, because that really dominates the first big part. The opening here is great, and it boosts you with energy, and it wows you with a tremendous feel that this one is really projecting. And then the dry down gives you the tea accord, the maybe this floral aspect, definitely sandalwood and vanilla, and this pepperiness as well. There is this pepperiness that makes it have a kick. It's a very complex fragrance. Now, age-wise, this was intended for guys in their 20s, 30s, I think, especially according to the commercial it had back in '97 in German TV. So 20s, 30s, business. I totally like to wear this at work because it's such a positive scent, and it's a great compliment getter as well, and it puts you in a great, confident mood. It gives you an aura of sophistication and self-awareness and self-assurance, which is always nice to have, even though I'm not really a hunter for such fragrances or compliment getters. But if a fragrance makes you feel good, that has an impact on the entire day, from the day in the morning to the evening. It's a daytime scent, definitely. It's great to spray it on in the morning, and then it will last you throughout the entire day. You will smell mostly the sandalwood and the vanilla at the end of the day. So you will get a woody sweet dry down at the very end of this lifespan of this fragrance. But it will last you until the end of your day. It's a bright fragrance. It's never dark, even though there's patchouli listed in there. I don't really get it. It's not. It does not have a. There is some kind of earthiness in there, but just briefly. Maybe that's the patchouli. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a very brief moment when I get that. I get sandalwood and vanilla in regards to the dry down, and in the top, really this trio of pineapple, mint, and lavender. And the tea aspect, actually the tea aspect with the floral part makes it kind of special. It makes it very 90s, I have to say. Really, florals were used very intelligently in the 90s, and this is a great example. So as for its presentation and name, you would think this is this is just another flanker of a great original fragrance introduced by a designer, but this is a standalone, much more than that fragrance. It really is something worth to seek out, to look at, and to wear, and to enjoy. So for me, it ticks many of the positive boxes, and I'm very happy to own a bottle and use it probably in the springtime, but mostly end of summer and beginning of autumn. You know, when the when harvest is on in the vineyards, and it has this type of happy life feeling. This could be actually called Good Life. You remember David offered a fragrance called Good Life out, this very fig dominated fragrance, which is a tremendously nice fragrance, but this could be called Good Life or Happy Life as well, instead of Boss Elements Aqua, which is kind of a the wrong name here, I think, and maybe the wrong advertising, wrong marketing here, because this is standalone fragrance. It should have been called something different than Boss Elements Aqua. It's too plain, and it's not reflecting what this fragrance is really all about. Maybe this is one of the reasons why it was kind of misunderstood and then after a while discontinued by Boss. Not sure, but I was happy to highlight this under the radar, out of spotlight fragrance for you guys. If you like it, let me know. If you have an experience with it, let me know also, and I'll be happy using it here at the end of August and beginning of September. Thanks very much. It was Chris. Thank you very much for your attention, all the good vibes, and I'll be definitely back with more. Take care. See you soon. Bye.